Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again with another great video. So I'm gonna get straight to the point here. You're having issues with your ROG Zephyrus, aka GA502, whatever, however you want to call it, whatever. But it's the GA502 model. Every time you're gaming, you know that you have the power to play it smoothly with no issues, but it just seems like every time it gets too hot or just plays for a little bit too long, every 10 seconds or 10 seconds or so, it'll just drop down to 10 frames and then shoot all the way back up. Well, I have a solution for you. This actually worked for me, and it will definitely work for you guys. If not, then I suggest you guys just go ahead and turn in your hardware and for a replacement. But this will actually have to deal with updating your BIOS. So now what updating your BIOS does for this computer is it enhances the stability tremendously. And I'll actually show you some gameplay later to actually show you that it has actually improved. Now, before I was experiencing a lot of, frame drops, but with this, like I said, we just talked in circles, but you'll be a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and go to Microsoft Edge. Once you go to Microsoft Edge, you want to go ahead and go to Google and type in GA502DU, not Apex, GA502DU BIOS. So you see it right there at the second one. So you want to go ahead and hit the top one right here and make sure it says ROG Zephyrus GA502DU. All right. So you want to go down and you want to hit download. Now, once you download it, you're going to go ahead and exit out, and you're going here to the download section. I already have it downloaded, but let's go ahead and I'm going to delete the original one. Delete this. All right, so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and extract it. Say extract, here is just going to give you this right here. And this is the file that you're actually needing. I don't suggest, well, for this next part, okay, so look. So what you want to do is you want to go to this PC and make sure you have a USB disk. And make sure that the USB is actually formatted to FAT32. This particular USB cannot go to FAT32. And since it cannot, it would actually be unrecognizable once you get into your BIOS settings. So make sure that you have a FAT32 USB stick. So we'll go ahead and close out of that. And what you want to do is just going to go straight back to where you were, find your file, and drag and drop. So yeah, we're just going to drag and drop it into the USB stick. Now there is a alternative way in downloading the files, and that would actually be in my ASUS. I'm going to just go ahead and go in there and show you guys. I have to make sure that I block out my serial number. And then what you want to do is you want to come right here where it goes to all the software updates. Takes a second to load, but it will load very shortly. All right, so you see here in live updates, nothing's there yet. Go to the driver and tools. So you guys already know how to update your drivers. But we're going to scroll down and we're going to see our BIOS right here. So as you can see, just hit the click right there, 302, and you download that. You can also go for 300. It also improves stability. I've heard some people say 300 better, some people saying 302 is better. I chose 302. I might try out 300 soon. But for me right now, 302 is actually the go-to. And it is the latest firmware out. So yeah, we exit that out. And what you want to do next is you go here. You go here to the Windows key, you go to settings, and this is how you'll be able to get into your BIOS setting. So you go to update and security. You see I got some updates there. Then you go here to recovery, and then you go to restart now. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and go to restart now. Sorry for the format change, but as you guys know, once you restart your computer, you cannot record. So here we are. We go to our troubleshoot settings. Golly, I can't talk. After that, you go to your advanced options, and then you go here to UEFI firmware settings. Just click into that, and then you say go ahead and restart. All right, so now that we're in our BIOS section, what we want to do is As you guys can see, I'm already on the BIOS 302, but I'll go ahead and reinstall it for you guys. So I'm going to go here to advanced. Oop. The arrow is a little weird when you come here. Use the arrow keys to go ahead and go to the advanced settings, and then you want to go here to ASUS EZ Flash 3 utility. So after that, what you want to do is you want to locate your flash drive. So this is my flash drive right here. It is 256 megabytes, so that's how you know. Click into that. Hold on one second. Okay, so my apologies. This one is my USB setting. So once you go into there, you're gonna go ahead and locate where the file is. And all you have to do after that is hit enter. It'll say, do you want to use this file? You say yes. My temperatures and all that kind of stuff. And if you guys want to check this out, I've had no issues after using Ryzen controller. Here you guys go. So this is my temperature limit that I have for this computer. It's 100. CPU DP, I can leave that off. CPU boost period, I leave that off. And the CPU boost TDP, I don't know what it stands for. I put that at 25, and then the CPU minimum, I put that at 15 right there. Then I go over here to GPU, I have nothing on. And in power, I have the VRM current A at 30. Alright guys, and I just, have the preset set as no problems. Hold on. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're on performance right now. And we're actually running this on ultra settings. Performance, not turbo mode whatsoever. And it's actually running as if it was on console. Like, we're gonna be honest. We're not having any sort of frame drops. Everything's cool. Let's have this little drop right here. Everything's cool. Nothing's happening. Kind of a high demand area. Now, I do have things running in the background. I have the recording in the background, and I do have, other stuff running in the background. So it could be why performance is, only reaching 60 frames per second. But as you guys can see, we're not having any sort of issues at all. 60 frames per second to me is looking a little strange because I'm so used to 120. But yeah, so let's go into box fights real quick. Like, let's go into a, no. Let's go over here. I'm going to my island real quick. As you guys can see, we're not having any sort of issues at all. We saw like a little minor stutter right there, but we're on performance. See, no sort of issues, and we're on ultra mode. Let's see, let's go down here. No issues. Now the frames per second are ranging between everything, but yeah, so we're not actually in gameplay right now or anything like that, like, actually in the whatchamacallit. But we're not having any sort of issues whatsoever. Hold on. Of course, when we go up to the sky, the frames are going to be as good as possible. Let's try this real quick. Not having any sort of issues. As you guys can see, no throttling. I'm touching my computer right now. It's not hot. Let's go ahead and push it up to turbo mode, though. So we're actually in turbo mode right now, and we're pushing 90 frames per second. Everything is a lot higher than 60, and no drops whatsoever, as you guys can see. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're not having any sort of issues right here. We're swimming, no issues, and this is all on ultra. Hold on, just to show you guys one more time. We're on ultra settings. I have it at 120, but it's not reaching 120. Not ultra, sorry, epic. So yeah, let's go ahead and go down to high and see what happens with that. Oh yeah, also, I have my motion blur off. I have my show FPS on. DirectX 11 works better than DirectX 12. Multi-threaded rendering on, and then, everything else keep off. Desync, you don't need that on. Yeah. So as you guys can see, once we get to high, we're actually pushing 100. We're in that like 80 through 97 range. So I'll just go ahead and average it out to about 89 frames per second, 90 frames per second. And as you guys can see, we're not having any sort of issues whatsoever. So without further ado, I don't even really need to go down to low settings, because you guys are seeing how great it runs at ultra, well not ultra, but epic and high settings. So yeah. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys seeing any drops? I'm not seeing any drops whatsoever. Hold on. Alright. All the effects are high and everything. Is it solid 120? To my eyes, it looks solid. But, you know, I'm sure to people that have been using computers for like the longest amount of time, this is not their cup of tea. But to me, this is perfect. Alright guys, now we're on Apex. So I actually have it where I'm on the optimized settings. Hold on, let's see where it's at. Yeah. So it's 1080p, you know, brightness field of view. I put that all the way up because I like my fish bowls. VSync, I have that on. I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna turn off VSync. So yeah, everything else is as high as it can be. Like, you know, everything's high and everything. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into some gameplay.